Hello, welcome to this new episode of the Alex Show TV. It's episode 325 from May the 31st of the year 2024. Today is Friday, and today's show is Talking to the Universe and Finding Unity. I found a support video that is so amazing, 45 minutes, 41 minutes, I'm sorry about that, 41 minutes total, that I extracted actually 9 clips with 3 different subjects, and I'm going to do 3 shows out of this support video. It's amazing. The link is, as always, on the video notes. My suggestion is if you have the time and the will, please look at this gentleman and this lady that they discuss. They have a nice chat. I'm going to try to get both of them on the show because that's how amazing it was. I watched the video in its entirety, and please don't make anything out of it. Of the parts I didn't extract is I had to find 2 to 3 minutes at the most clips of the most interesting things. But this is amazing. This is truly amazing, and I already prepared the 3 shows that I'm gonna have with the support videos, and this gentleman, we align perfectly. Let's just leave it at that. So because we have 4 videos to watch today, 4 support videos to watch today, let's start. And I haven't said it, but today's show is about talking to the universe and finding unity. How this person started opening himself to the universe by asking the very simple questions, even they sound a little bit corny or a little bit obvious. Who am I? Who am I? Why I am here? He asked. I also mentioned the question, where do I come from? Which is our past, which is our past lives, which is our creation. Okay. When you open yourself to the question, where do I come from? I think the universe will allow you to some way, somehow start knowing slowly in a very controlled process about your previous lives again, because if it all comes at the same time all together, it's just maybe too much. And what could happen, yes, let's be honest here, let's be adults here. What could happen is if you get all your past lives at the same time, all the memory of those past lives, you could go insane in this reality, yes. Something very difficult to handle. Very difficult to handle, to be honest. That's why I say it's fine to research your past lives. I think it's very important to know, but it's also very important to be able to handle it. Okay. So let's watch the first support video. We have 4 to go, and on each support video, I'm gonna comment on this excellent chat, and honestly, left me almost speechless. Let's watch it together.
Until I started asking myself the questions of who am I and why am I here? Those sort of deep spiritual questions that everybody asks at some point. One day I was sitting in, I wasn't even meditating. I was sitting in contemplation, and I was contemplating different dimensions and about how we incarnate, and how if we incarnate, we often will have a purpose, a reason for being here. And so sort of with that in mind, I made a decision, then I made a statement to whoever or whatever was listening, that if I had incarnated for a reason, I wanted to fulfill it. I wanted to do what I came here to do. But of course, we get here, we come in with amnesia, we don't remember. So with that thought in mind, I just said out loud to the universe, and I say it sounds kind of flaky, what I said. I don't even know why I said it the way I did, but I said, I request a most benevolent outcome for surrendering to the waves of the cosmic ocean. Thank you. And instantaneously, I had an answer inside my body. The first thing that happened was, it was almost like my entire body took a breath. If you can imagine what it feels like when you have clogged sinuses and your sinuses suddenly open up, it was kind of like.
Yes, that was amazing. And I've shared that I personally went through a similar process where since I was a young man, since I was a child, basically, I shared that I didn't understand this reality. I now understand. I didn't understand it at the time. I just felt it was odd. I remember telling my parents, this isn't supposed to be like this. And they were very concerned that I was not accepting reality. There was something mentally wrong with me, some kind of autism spectrum, something like that. I think that we never spoke about that again, to be honest, because then I ended up being, I guess, normal. I'm a little bit crazy, but for them, I guess I'm normal. And because as I share many times, I don't go and push this with my family, and I don't push it with my friends anymore. With my friends, I used to push it years ago. When I noticed there was some curiosity, I will immediately push, hey, what are you curious about? Maybe we need to talk, maybe we can talk. But I don't do it anymore. I keep my mouth shut most of the times. I think that's the best way to go. I share this through here, and whoever wants to listen, I'm very happy and honored that you are listening right now. As I said many times, this is a one-to-one connection. I'm connected to you, listening, okay? And this is a public, channel, so whoever wants to listen can listen. I don't need to have those impositions in a way. I don't want to say impositions, but those chats anymore. But going back, I kind of deviated, but going back to when I was a child, young man, I felt that this reality was off, totally off. I really didn't understand it. I accepted it, I guess, because I participated in it willingly. But then, a few years ago, I started with these questions to the universe. Hey, who am I? Who am I? Because I don't understand it. I'm not this. I was looking at the mirror and I'm not this. Please tell me, who am I? Please tell me, where do I come from? And yes, many other questions. Why am I here? What do you want from me? I also ask the universe a lot. Please tell me what you need from me. I'm your servant, because my only true allegiance is to the creation, is to the unity, is to the oneness, is to the creator, is to the universe. That's the one I want to serve, okay? I'm not saying, in a way, you are the unity, you are the creation, you're listening, all the world, all the planets. So I'm also serving you. But what I'm trying to say is, help me understand. It didn't happen like this, gentlemen, to me, to be honest. It didn't come in a flash, but it started coming, in time. And as I shared many times, I have this way of getting messages that is through intuition that is implanted, especially when I wake up. And for example, the 4 laws of the universe I spoke a lot about, which I'm not sure they're correct, which I'm not sure they're named properly, which I just share what I see. And as I shared on a previous episodes, it's like explaining a blurry picture, okay? Because yes, it's when you're dealing with the universe, it's not like, going in Wikipedia, okay? It's not, you're not gonna get explanations and videos and, and it's gonna be diluted and digested for you. It's a little bit cryptic, okay? And it's supposed to be that way, I guess. And so as I shared, one time I woke up and I knew the 4 laws of the universe: the law of not interference, of balance, of free will, and of karma. And I felt the importance of them. And I felt that they were the primal guidance of my soul compass, of my direction. And the importance that these very extremely simple laws need to be followed so the universe keeps flowing, keeps evolving, keeps respecting the creation. So that was just an example of many, many things that happened to me. And again, it was not like the gentleman, but I share many times, we all have different processes, and there's a reason for that. Maybe this gentleman, Chris, was way more prepared than me to receive this information, and that's why it comes to me slow and cryptic and a little bit diluted on that. Diluted, I don't mean digested, I mean in drops, like slowly, like a small dropping faucet of water that's just dropping water very slowly. That's the way it comes to me. But I love it. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I totally surrender to the unity. I totally surrender to the universe. That's my compass. And I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. So let's watch the second video. We have 4 to go. And I'm going to keep giving you my feelings on this beautiful, incredible support video of Chris and this lady that I'm sorry, I don't remember the name right now. Really, my suggestion, go to the video notes after the show and watch the full 41 minutes, because it is amazing stuff. Let's watch the second clip together.
The first thing that went through my mind when all this happened was like, holy crap, my guides are listening. Like they're actually here. They're actually listening to me. It was such an immediate response and answer to it. So that was sort of on one, the confirmation of that. Just the awakening of the chakras and what was going on inside me was again another level of like, oh wow, there are parts of myself that I didn't know I had. There are dimensions of myself that are awakening that I was not aware of. And then the third thing was, leading up to this, I had been reading New Age sort of things and stuff about how there's a shift in consciousness happening on the planet that people will describe as going from a 3D to 5D, and that we're all rising in vibration and stuff like that. As I would read that stuff, and a lot of people will say that, well, when it happens, we're going to change physically, that the physical change is part of the shift. And again, when I would read that stuff, it'd be like, oh, okay, that sounds nice. I'm all for all that stuff. And then when this happened, it's like, oh, wow, like there is a physical component that's happening. And it's a confirmation inside my body of the shift that is going on worldwide. The planet is rising in vibration. Everyone on the planet is rising in vibration, whether they know it or not, or whether they're resisting it or not. As we rise in vibration, we polarize, which of course we're seeing enormously on the world right now. We polarize between service to self or service to others. And it's becoming more and more obvious who is aligned with service to self.
Okay, that was, again, each video keeps getting better. They're all magnificent, okay? Amazing stuff from this gentleman, Chris. 3 main topics on this video. Was probably, I could have made a clip of the clip, okay? First of all, he mentions about the guides always listening. Yes, I've shared with you, if you're here, this episode 3 to 5, I've shared with you many times that the universe is always watching. That's why intentions are so important, okay? Remember on the episode, You Are Your Intentions, I was talking about beliefs, not really important. Actions, somewhat important. Intentions, extremely important. Because the universe knows, yet the universe knows every intention you had, or everything you have done in your whole existence. And I'm talking about this life only. I'm talking about possibly hundreds or thousands of previous lives, okay? Knows everything. Knows everything. The universe is always there. Your guides are part of the unity consciousness. Your guides are part of the support system of the universe that from higher density reality supports the lower density realities. That's the way it works. That's the way love works. It's all about serving others. It's all about supporting this system. It's all about vibrating and understanding love, the purity of love. I'm not talking about sexual pleasure. I'm not talking about attachment. I'm not talking about even the love you feel. This is a different kind of energy, okay? Yes, of course, the love you feel for your children, for your parents, for your friends, for your wife or spouse or husband, for your siblings. I understand that feels like it's love, and it is in a way, but this, I'm talking about the pure energy that powers the universe, that is so wonderful, so beautiful. So then he goes and says about that we're going through a shift. I've shared many times, I'm completely sure that we're going through a shift. He talks about 3D to 5D. Then on further clips, he's going to talk about the 4D. And please don't allow that to create a conflict, okay? I know I've shared that the 4D is transitory. That's what I think it is. Am I wrong? Possibly. Is he possibly right? Yes. Are we both possibly wrong? Yes. Are we both possibly right? Yes. Because the name is irrelevant. If it's the 4D or the 5D or the 100D, is it really important? Is it really that important? Because some want to attach to the knowledge, some want to attach to the evidence, some want to attach to the 5 senses, some want to attach to the information that maybe maybe they're going to make a problem of that. I'm not saying you, but maybe, in general, when there is a discrepancy, oh, this is BS, because he's talking about the 4D and Alex is talking about the 5D. So they're probably both wrong, or they're just making things up, and that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. What he's talking about is what I'm talking about. And it's the beautiful new reality, new density of reality that we're going to be, yes, serving the unity, serving others, serving the creation, not really serving ourselves, that we do in this 3D reality. Thinking that we're a separate thing, thinking that we, again, the concept of value. I work, so I want money. Again, because I'm thinking on number one. Who is number one? Me. Not the universe, not the creation. I put some work, I want some money, okay? And we have these separation, duality concepts, good, bad, rich, poor, successful, unsuccessful, failure, or whatever. So I've talking about that a lot recently, especially, and even with my good friend Tony from London. So this is an amazing support video. So yes, we have this new reality coming, that's for sure. He feels it, I feel it, everyone that is talking about it. We might have difference in concepts, in words, but it's irrelevant. We're talking about the same thing with different words, okay? So let's look at the third clip. Now we'll continue giving you my thoughts.
It's really cool.
Oh, yeah, exactly. It's just same experiences, people using different words to describe them. It's like, as I now know, and I didn't know 4 or 5 years ago, everything is conscious, and that consciousness is of a single being, right? Every single one of us is literally a piece of source, a piece of creator. The illusion that we are separate is an illusion. And yeah, it's interesting you say that, because sometimes I'll say that I'll describe the sort of stuff flowing in at the beginning, the rising up. It was like more of my soul flowed into my body.
Wow.
It's because, again, our souls are not singular. Our souls are a soup, for lack of a better description. After all of this and just trying to soak up as much as I can about what is happening to me and what's going on in the world, how important it is for everyone to find their own inner divinity. Everybody literally has built-in divine guidance. You just have to learn how to know that it's there and learn how to connect with it and to communicate with it. But
Yes, two beautiful concepts from this clip. We're all part of the same thing, okay? We're all part of the creation. We're all little pieces of the creation. Everything, a waterfall, a mountain, everything, okay? Not only humans, okay? Beings from another planets, beings from another galaxy, beings from another universe. We all come from creation, okay? And really, this beautiful concept of understanding that as we serve creation, that's our mission, that's our creator-given mission. Again, I'm speechless. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, this is not my best episode as far as my oratory skills, I guess, because I'm truly speechless of the beautifulness of this message that this gentleman Chris is sharing, okay? That we're really, 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 the answer is understanding we're here to serve others, okay? As we grow strong ourselves and we discover this connection that he says, this beautiful connection we have to the creation. You have a phone line in your heart to the creator. Just think how amazing that is. Just think how amazing and beautiful that is. You have a direct connection to God. That's why I share with religions. I don't want to get in trouble. I know religious people get upset when I talk about religions, but that's the problem, that they want to hinder that. And they say, no, you don't have a direct connection. You don't have a connection to God. It's through us, or through Christ, or through the Prophet Muhammad, or through the church, or through, whatever, or through following these guidelines, or through these beliefs. You don't believe, you don't have the connection. That's what they share. If you don't submit yourself to Christ, you don't have the connection. And I share many times, Christ is beautiful, and the Prophet Muhammad is beautiful, and the Master Buddha is beautiful. I mean, they are part of the unity consciousness. That's why when I hear, Jesus Christ is part of my guide group, wow, I'm special. Yes, of course you're special, you're part of the creation. But I'm sorry to break it to you that Jesus Christ is part of all Earth's guide group, okay? All Earth. How is that possible? Because he's part of the unity consciousness. And he can fractalize himself into billions and trillions and in an infinite number of connections, same as source, same as the creator. So how am I able to have a direct connection to the creation? Because that's possible, because the creation could have infinite number of connections to us, okay? But that doesn't mean he loves us less than others. That doesn't mean we are less important to him. And I call him a he or him out of respect, because I feel he's my father. But this beyond our understanding. There's no gender. It's not a human being. This is beyond our understanding, the beautifulness and magnificence of the creation, okay? It's beyond. Don't try to explain it with your mind. You're not, whatever you come up with is not it, because it's so beautiful and so magnificent, okay? It's beyond our level of understanding. So let's look at the final clip on this great show. I'm very inspired. I'm sorry I'm not as participant as other episodes, but I was left speechless with this beautiful support video. So I'm gonna do my best here in the fourth clip. Again, one gets better than the other. Let's watch it together.
As people know in their own way more and more the oneness of all things, and that we are all one entity, one being, the more you know that, the harder it is to get into conflict. It becomes unthinkable to go to war. It's such a turbulent time right now, because as the vibration goes up, as we polarize, the service to self people, let's just say, while they are in the minority, they are noisier. So there are more service to others biased people than service to self. The light has won. There's not enough darkness to quash the light. We are now experiencing how it unfolds and influencing how it unfolds, because each one of us, simply by sitting in quiet contemplation and visualizing in your own way the beautiful world that you want to live in the future, simply doing that helps make that possible. It is, and it's why it's so important for people to understand, or to have the understanding of again, the oneness of all things, but that they are literally a piece of it, that they are a piece of source, God, creator, whatever word they want to use. Because when you can align with that perspective, even amongst the turmoil, you will see hope. Because I see an amazing future for Earth. I see just an incredible future. There is a time in the future, and it's not that far away, where everyone will be biased in service to others, where every single person on the planet will be biased that way. When that happens, we'll solve.
Yes, that was amazing. I've said, if you are a subscriber of the show, you know I've said this a few times already. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit repetitive, but this is such a validation show because everything that Chris is saying just rings with me like so strongly, so vibrantly that I could go on and on and on. How could they be worse if we know that we're part of the same thing? It's like was thinking as he was saying it, it was coming to my mind a wave of the sea, and it's like a drop of water in the wave is fighting a drop of water in the wave. You are the same thing. And if you don't want to see it, if you want to keep your individuality, that's perfectly fine. Then see it as your brother, literally your brother, like your blood brother. You're an only child, then think of it as your father or mother. That's the only thing I can explain. You have siblings, think of it as your brother or sister. Okay. How could you possibly go to war with your brother or sister? I know there are some brothers and sisters that go to war for money. That's very unfortunate. But how could you possibly go to war? Oh, because they are different ethnicity. They are from a different country. They have different beliefs. They believe in Allah. We believe in Christ. My God, please, beliefs. Allah and Christ are brothers. They love each other. They're part of the unity consciousness. They're part of the creation. They literally love each other. And the Master Buddha and everything. Everyone, okay, that you can think of, these figures, okay? They love each other. And just imagine how do they see this, that countries or or people go to war in their name, okay? When you embrace and understand that we all come from the same place, that we're all part of the same thing, literally wars, separation, violence, hate, fear, even fear, rage, lust, envy, all of these emotions, you understand they are artificial. We create them, okay? As Chris said on a previous clip on this video, he said that we are the same thing. We just imagine we're different. It's a product of our imagination. And on a previous show I had, that is basically the egoic mind that projects this idea that you're something different. So the ego can be, I'm something different and I'm stronger and I'm bigger and I'm wealthier and I'm richer and I'm more successful, because it's the ego, okay? The ego needs that. When you throw the ego away, then you can embrace the unity. And yes, he mentioned something very important, that this is a process that is going on, and as this is happening, there's something going on. I haven't spoke about this very much, but it's certainly going on. This information, this energy, this benevolent, beautiful energy that is coming from the universe, and is basically love, is creating something inside of us. And some, again, I don't want to be arrogant and say I sided to that wave, okay? But as he said, the majority have embraced the idea we're changing, we're going to a better place, we're going to have to change, we're going to have to leave behind the concepts of this world, of the division, of the hate, of the fear, all that, okay? But to a minority, what is causing is a lot of polarization. It's like the energy is going sideways, okay? And they are upset, confused, belligerent. I don't know how to explain it. That they know something's changing, but it's like they don't want to let go. And I have to go back to the beautiful, beautiful metaphor of my excellent friend Tony from London. I've shared it many times. When he says, you're out there in a rock and you're hanging to the rock, well, those people are hanging to the rock. They don't want to leave the rock. They're comfortable in the rock. But the messages we're receiving is leave it. Embrace the unity. Embrace the sea. You don't know where you're going. You don't know when you're going to get. There is not the point. Just embrace this beautiful thing. And they don't want to let go, and as they hang on to the rock, they're getting more upset and more upset, more upset. So that's the message, that yes, as things are going to get better, in the short term, things are going to get a little bit rougher, okay? Because we have to understand that the ones that are rejecting the message, yes, that sounds very strange, but they are rejecting the energy. They are rejecting this change. They are going to get upset and upset and upset until it gets to a point that one-on-one, on an individual basis, they're going to change and they're going to leave the rock and they're going to say, wow, I was so wrong. now I feel great that I've left the rock. But they are, as they're clinging to the rock, and they feel this energy is pulling them to the sea and saying, leave these notions behind of division, of separation, of hate, of fear. Embrace the love. They are very upset. That's the message. And what can we do? Nothing. You cannot grab them from the rock. That's not the point. We don't change anyone. We don't awake anyone. We can just send them our love and light and send them our best wishes. Hey, we're going to see you here out at the sea. And no problem at all. No complaints. Hey, why did you take so long? No. We're very happy that you're here and you have left the rock. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was very passionate. There's 2 more coming. 2 more. It was such a great support video that there's 2 more episodes coming similar to this. So, of course, they're coming next week on Monday and Friday. Have a great weekend. If you can, enjoy with family and friends. Trust me, I have a point there. If you can, enjoy with family and friends. If not, enjoy it any way you want, but enjoy it. Embrace this beautiful universe. You are part of the creation. You're part of the unit. You won the lottery. You won the lottery. Okay? Please enjoy your weekend. Have a great day. Thank you for making it to this part of the video. This is my favorite part. This is where I suggest to you that you discover yourself. You are not what you have been groomed to believe. You are this incredible being without limits that has eternal life, amazing strength, infinite wisdom, and a big, beautiful heart. All your limits are always self-imposed. Your best version in this reality is inside you. Your only mission on this life is to become a beacon of love and guidance. This version is ready to be discovered today. How do you discover yourself? The discovery process is a personal one. No one can do it for you. Dedicate 5 minutes a day to talk to yourself and the universe. Request to be connected and ask, who am I? Where do I come from? You will start getting signs, breadcrumbs, and signals. You will notice how your notions about those realities start disappearing. No more hierarchies, no more competition, no more complaining, no more depending on others. Discovering yourself equals to breaking your matrix. Your self-imposed limits will fall, and you will be ready to serve humanity and help break this spell and deception on us. But you must be patient to allow others to wake up at their time through their own free will. That will be really soon, you will see, and that will start a new world. As you work towards your best version, you will notice how all emotions don't serve you anymore. Hate, fear, rage, pride, loss, envy, violence, justice, true violence, judgment of others, and other emotions will disappear from your mind and heart. You will understand those emotions serve only the evildoers and are not you. Please try to be understanding of others that don't think or feel like you. Everyone has a process. No one is right or wrong. We're all just different. Don't be concerned about being right, ever. Don't allow pride preventing you from touching things up with family and friends. It is very important you enjoy this life with your loved ones. Put in the work to patch things up and leave it to others to decide. Please relax and enjoy life. When everyone breaks their own matrix, humanity through our community consciousness will break the final spell. The new world will start and everything will gradually fall. Governments, hierarchies, and the medical and financial system will go from scarcity to abundance. Thank you very much for watching. Please share this episode. If you have any comments or suggestions, please use the comment section below. For private questions, conversations, and if you'd like to appear on the show, please email me at kate@thealexshow.tv. Thank you again. Please don't forget to visit our website www.thealexshow.tv. By giving me your time, you honor me. Have a very, very, very